Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our product webinar tonight. My name is Margiela Prandy, and I'm joined by Cameron Milroy, who is just a wealth of information. I just want to tell you, grab a piece of paper and something to write with because you're going to want to take some notes just listening to him tonight. He is the VP of Product Research and Development. And as you know, some of these webinars are designed to introduce promotions around various products that we're running from the corporate side, but also some of these are designed to just simply be educational. And that's the case with this webinar tonight. So Cameron is as I mentioned, the VP of Product Research and Development. And I want to tell you, as most of you know, I have been with the legacy company now for 29, almost 30 years. And so I've been here longer than anybody in that building. And you might know that as time passes, there have been a fair few people that have been in charge of product research and development. And so when I meet the new people on the block, it's just kind of like, okay, well, we'll see. And I got to tell you that Cameron just blew me away right away. His depth of understanding of the body and how to best support the body for maximum good health, and just everything that he knows about formulas, about ingredients. We are so fortunate to have somebody this well researched, with so much heart. Like, he cares deeply to make sure that we deliver the best to our teams. And I probably shouldn't share this because you don't want people bugging you on the weekend, but I'm always so touched I when I text you, Cameron, over the weekend, and you respond. Just that level of engagement with the field is so valuable. But anyway, this man has my ultimate respect. I've learned so much from him, and you guys are going to tonight as well. So as I was mentioning, he just got back from the IFT, the International Food Tech Show in Chicago, which I think is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, in the world. And it's a testament to the way that Modere is always looking at innovation. One of the things we say here is that we create the finest personal care and the finest nutritional supplements in the world, and then we set out to make them obsolete. We are constantly staying on the edge of new research, and when we find something that could be even more valuable, we're just kind of that company that's beyond the next lap. While others are catching up, we're on to something new. And so the fact that he was at that show last week is just evidence of this innovation. And tonight we're going to start by talking about an innovation. There's a product that has been a part of the legacy lineup for many, many years, and it's called Endurance. So recently there was a reformulation, and we're going to have Cameron tell you all about this. Recently there was a reformulation, and this has always been a very robust product, particularly for people that demand a lot of themselves athletically. This was like an indispensable part of their regimen. And now people that have started taking this new formulation are going, oh my gosh, this is incredible, and they're loving it. So I'm going to bring Cameron in now, and let's talk about what's new with Endurance. Welcome, Cameron, and thank you for being with us tonight.
Well, thank you, Margie. That's quite the introduction. I am in love and passionate about health and wellness. And so I do try and hope to bring the information and knowledge that we have here at Modere about how to be healthy and well to all of our customers. And together we feel like we can lift one another up and all be more or have a better approach towards health and wellness. So appreciate that introduction. Yes, Endurance, we did recently change the product of Endurance. This is a great formula that we had in the legacy company for some time, but we looked at it and evaluated it and felt like we could make it better. The previous formula, when you first looked at it, the number one ingredient was calcium, and you know that was one of the things that I questioned. Why was it calcium? And really, it came down to the fact that it was in a tablet, and it was used to help from a manufacturing standpoint bind and hold together some of these
Yes.
great ingredients. And so one of the things that we did was moved away from a tablet and put it into a capsule. And so now instead of, four large tablets a day that were a lot of calcium, we now have it into three smaller capsules a day. So that was one of the big changes. But then the other one, if I may jump into one of my favorite ingredients that we then added to this formula is something called rhodiola. And in combination with the cordyceps, the reishi mushroom, and some of the other ingredients in there, the rhodiola with those other ingredients really helps to increase energy, endurance, just strength and mental stamina.
Yep,
If,
exactly.
yeah,
Cutting out there. But let me just also jump in and say reishi mushroom. If anybody wants to just like do a quick Google search, and because we won't have time to go into all of the ingredients in this formula, just look at the benefits, the research benefits of reishi mushroom. And while you're going to talk about rhodiola a little bit, I'm going to chime in with cordyceps here in a second. So carry on.
yeah, sorry. So yeah, if I can touch on each one of them,
Yes, please.
Marty. Okay, so I'll start with the cordyceps. Now, this was in the original formula. It still is. We actually increased the amount a little bit of the cordyceps that's in there, but cordyceps really across the globe for centuries has been known by traditional healers to um, improve energy, stamina, libido, help sleep with sleep patterns and appetite. Studies, recent studies have also shown that it's used for respiratory health and strengthening the immune system, can help with anti-aging, and but most often it's recognized for, and hence the name of the product, known for helping with athletic performance and in particular endurance. Like I said, that's where we came up with the name of the product. The reishi, as you were commenting, reishi mushroom is full of vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients, and they can help with healthy cholesterol levels within the normal range. A reishi mushroom is also beneficial for cardiovascular support, is also an immune booster and an antioxidant. Um, Another one that's in there is pseudostellaria, which also helps support respiratory health, fatigue, and interestingly, some studies have shown that it can help with your spleen function. Um, when functioning properly, your spleen can help with strong digestion and regulating a good appetite, which, anybody that's in fitness and health, you want to be able to maintain an appropriate appetite. Um, and then rhodiola, and like I said, this is our add to it. Rhodiola is an adaptogen, which is really something that helps the body adapt to and resist physical, chemical, and environmental stress. So stress is often associated with or thought about related to mental health, but it's also stress on the body and the cells within your body, where rhodiola helps um, the body to adapt or minimize that stress. Anybody that's working out, or in particular, individuals that might be going on a long distance run or a bike ride, this rhodiola will help them be able to minimize the negative impact to the body. One other thing I'd like to say about it is it's also helped to or known to help with increasing specific chemicals in the brain associated with mood. And I think those are well known, serotonin and dopamine, for example. Um, and rhodiola has also been shown, and I apologize for constantly referencing all these scientific studies. That's maybe the way I operate, but it's also, some studies have been shown with rhodiola to show that it inhibits MAO, or monoamine oxidase, which is the enzyme that breaks down those positive mood hormones. So rhodiola not only is going to help your body deal with the stress that you're putting on it when you're working out, but it will also help mentally. It will help your brain be more positive and just be more uplifted and maybe excited even to do your workout.
That's quite incredible. I am so grateful that we got the addition of rhodiola, and whatever is happening with this formula. The way we used to position it was really for people that had strong demands athletically, and that that was a big part of their life, because people would tend to notice this product's benefits not in their day-to-day, workaday world, but when they really needed to call on reserves. And that was kind of the positioning of this product in days gone by. But I'm hearing the best reports about people. I've just barely ordered some. I'm so excited to try it. About people saying, "Oh my gosh, this product! I am just, I'm feeling enhanced feelings of vitality." And so it's pretty incredible that number one, we've increased the amount of cordyceps, reishi mushroom, and the benefits of that are just legion. I mean, tons of amazing benefits. But rhodiola sounds like a great companion ingredient. Do you mind, Cameron, before we move to this next product here, if I share just a little bit about some of the history and how we actually even began formulating with cordyceps?
Yeah, no, I'd love for you to share that. I do have to say, I hadn't heard the feedback that individuals are loving this newer formula. So I appreciate hearing that. That's exciting, and that's really what we drive for. Is we want to help people get more out of their regular routine, help them be healthier, and help individuals feel the benefit and the performance of our products. So I thank you for sharing that. Go
I
ahead.
love hearing it too. I mean, people are just saying, I have feelings of vitality and youthfulness in my daily activities that I haven't felt in a very long time. So you have brought together a very powerful formula. We're excited about the new formula. But just a little bit of background on one of these ingredients, cordyceps, that you mentioned. So you mentioned that it's been around for millennia, which it has. It was actually discovered like 1500 years ago in the Tibetan mountain pastures, where Chinese herdsmen were observing that their cattle and livestock became very energetic after eating this grass-like mushroom. And even the older animals kind of became more vigorous and more youthful in their actions. And so Chinese practitioners, right? Some of this could be folklore, right? But I'm just sharing with you how this evolved. So Chinese practitioners soon began making potions that included cordyceps, right? This grass-like mushroom. And then where this really became popularized, this just shows how long we've been around here, Cameron, with making good formulas here at Modere. In 1993 at the World Games in Stuttgart, Germany, and the 1993 National Games in Beijing, China, 6 Chinese women broke world records 17 times, utterly smashing 9 of them. And so reporters all over the world, well, first of all, there was suspicions that maybe they were taking something steroidal, and so they were tested, and they were not. They were just, and one of the reporters said, these Chinese women looked as fresh as if they'd been sipping jasmine tea. And this was after running races and breaking world records with, both speed and stamina, that they, it was like, we've never seen anything like this. And so, let me just tell you some of the records that were broken. They shattered the 10,000 meter world record by 42 seconds. Right? That's incredible. You know that if somebody just like by a fraction of a second to beat a world record is incredible. They broke the 300-meter world record by 10 seconds. They beat the 1,500-meter world record by 2 seconds. And five Chinese runners broke an unbeatable world record in the same race, and one runner was only 17 years old. So, and then similar performance at the World Championships games in Rome, Italy. The Chinese women were winning 12 of 16 events, and they broke five world records. Bottom line, their coach was giving them a potion. One of the ingredients as a part of that potion was cordyceps. And so cordyceps then became very, very popularized, and people all over the world were talking about cordyceps, cordyceps, cordyceps. And that is how the product Endurance was born. We decided that we wanted to harness some of the benefits of this ingredient that the world was talking about. And so, from here, we've now upgraded this formula again. Like I said, we create the best nutritional formulas anywhere, and then we set out to make them obsolete by adding even more incredible benefits as we go along the line. So, is that a fun story or what, Cameron?
That is. That's incredible. It almost makes me want to go be on the Olympic team,
I think you could.
right?
Pack up your endurance and head on out. So,
That's
um,
right.
when we planned this webinar, I know there were a couple of other products that you feel fit very nicely with endurance, to kind of accomplish those those goals of promoting vitality and stamina and endurance, and so one of those that you wanted to talk about. So I'm going to turn it over to you while we talk about the product Revitalize.
Yes, the when I was thinking, I often think about like how can some of our products become more effective, and a lot of times if we combine them with some of the other products we have in our lineup, individuals can see even greater results. And the first two that I thought of related to the endurance product was first of all, Revitalize. I think that by taking Revitalize along with the endurance, individuals can see improved absorption and overall impact. We know that the Revitalize contains a number of minerals and trace minerals, as well as an amino acid complex, which is really critical and beneficial for rebuilding muscle after you've worked out and broken that muscle down. And in particular, with this Revitalize, we added the wonderful Himalayan Shilajit that helps to increase ATP production at the cellular mitochondrial level. So when you're combining this with endurance, you can see how an individual could get more out of their workout. They could maybe go longer on their run or their bike ride, or be able to push for additional reps when they're working out.
Yes, for sure. And just to quickly talk about the lineup of nutrients and essential and trace minerals that you get from the product Revitalize. I love talking about this product, Cameron, so it's fun to hear what you have to say about it. That it supports metabolism and enhances energy, and it encourages hydration because, of course, we're putting it with water, and that helps promote hydration. It promotes healthy energy levels and supplies essential minerals to fill in the common nutritional gaps in our modern diet. The bottom line is that with our fast food lifestyles, we're lacking a lot of the essential, the average, the standard American diet is really bereft of many of the nutrients that we need. And so it's just so prudent to supplement and make sure that we're getting these highly bioavailable essential and trace minerals, along with all the benefits of Shilajit. I think I probably pronounced it wrong. I've been calling it Shilajit. Shilajit.
That's
Shilajit.
okay.
So, anything else you want to say about that, or should we move on to the next one?
Well, I would just say that a lot of people don't realize without those trace minerals in our bodies, a lot of times it's like you can deliver a package to the door, but unless you open the door and take that package into your house, it's not going to have any benefit for you. And so a lot of times we might be delivering the essential vitamins or nutrients to our body, to the cellular door per se. And without those trace minerals in place, a lot of times your cells or your body can't necessarily use it. So by putting or making Revitalize a part of your daily routine, you're going to get more out of products like Endurance, because you're going to be able to pull it in and utilize those nutrients better.
Fantastic. All right. Next one, we're going to talk about the Modere energy shots. So let you roll with this one.
Well, this is another favorite of mine. Um, in today's world, today's society, one of the number one issues that's stated over and again is fatigue or lack of energy. And so when we're talking about endurance, this is the second product that naturally comes to mind, because this helps an individual improve their own alertness, help to minimize or eliminate fatigue, and find an increased energy. That's done via a number of natural superfruits, one of those being acai from the jungles of Brazil, and the other being some natural caffeine that we've included in here. Because it is natural caffeine, it's absorbed a little bit more slowly into the body, so you don't get that big spike and then drop. Um, and when combined then with endurance, again, you're just going to get that much more out of your workout. So you're really going to have like some of your more powerful fitness workouts than ever before when you combine endurance, Revitalize, and energy shot.
Well, and I got to chime in here too, and I'm just looking at these benefits. Obviously, you guys know that we're limited, and we have to be very careful how we phrase things when we're talking about the benefits and the function of our products. But here's something that obviously we can say, because this has been regulatory approved, that energy shots helps the body's thermogenic process. So would this be a nice companion even for the product burn? I'm thinking, and tell us how this helps. It's 100% plant derived, no added sugars, no artificial flavors or sweeteners, and as Cameron mentioned, formulated with 11 fruits, and some of them are considered superfruits, right? Like they're very, very powerful and potent for us. How does this help the body's thermogenic process?
Well, so basically, the natural caffeine is a central nervous system stimulant, and so what you're doing is you're um, providing for the body, you're providing a boost in metabolism, and by doing so, you're increasing your thermogenic process. Um, if you were to combine it with burn, for those individuals that are caffeine sensitive, I'd encourage them to take caution, because then you'd be getting a bit more
Doubling
caffeine.
up. Okay.
Yeah, you for
Well,
some individuals, though, based on your body size, body mass, for some larger individuals that are working out on a regular basis, they might want to do that, because then they'll experience maybe a greater benefit and achieve more out of their workout. But for some individuals that are more petite, shorter, smaller, they might want to just stick to the energy shot. But by doing so, you're also going to enhance the amount of uh, fat in particular. That's what, when we're talking about body's thermogenic process, we're talking about your ability to maybe metabolize, burn more calories, metabolize fat better. And so that might be an added benefit if you were to add it to some of our weight loss products. An individual might achieve greater success if they are using the energy shot and the trim together, for example. Um, but yeah, you know, in general, you're going to be able to eliminate more of the fat that's stored within the body when you can cut it and release it from the fat cells. And then by increasing the metabolism of the body, you're going to be burning more of the fat. And that's where the thermogenic process comes into
Process
play.
comes in. Well, you guys, if you've been listening to these three products and you're interested in a product that promotes vitality, stamina, and endurance, helps you to go longer, reach farther, and accomplish more, that contains herbs and extracts that support your body in even a more broad kind of a way. If you're interested in that, you got endurance. As we know, like to me, Revitalize and or our liquid minerals are an absolute must. They're an essential everyday, everybody product. The Revitalize, of course, is the on the go formula that accomplishes that, and of our legacy product minerals that has our minerals, liquid minerals that has been around for a very long time. Revitalize is the on the go for that just supplies those essential minerals to help promote healthy energy levels, support metabolism, enhance energy, and encourage hydration. And then here you go. If you want increased alertness and support to a healthy metabolism and a product that can keep you going stronger and longer without crashing, we've got energy shots. So all in all, an incredible lineup. And thank you so much for being with us tonight, Cameron, and for sharing these some details about these amazing products. I want to encourage everyone to share the love and to just when you're speaking to people, you can have now an even increased sense of confidence knowing what goes on behind the scenes. Now you have been able to be for the last 20 minutes up close and personal with our VP of product research and development. So you know who's behind the scenes and how we're watching out for you to help you live your best life at Modere. So Cameron, thank you so much for being with us this evening.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for having me. And hopefully as individuals try the endurance and some of the other products that we talked about, that they will see increased benefit on a daily basis. And as you said, Margie, some of these products are everyday essentials, and we're just striving to help overall increase the health and wellness across the board amongst our consumer base. So again, it's been a pleasure, and thank you for having me, and here's to everyone's health and wellness.
Cheers, everyone. Good night, Cameron. Thanks all.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.